it's always persuasion. It's persuasion all the way down. And so much of how creative authority works is by being articulate for the community about what needs to be done in a way that defies limits. And that so often comes by reframing and helping us discover ways to understand where we are in terms that do not reproduce the necessities of the past. It's a term that's in play. We can use it and subvert it. So I don't have any intrinsic difficulty about the language of leadership, though I think many of the proposals about leadership are quite perverse, exactly because it gives the impression that you know what leadership is, abstracted from communities that make leadership possible. I'm sure that you must discuss these matters because it's about power, and power is rightly one of the gifts God has given us for the formation of good communities and good people. You have to discuss questions of how you discover those among you with gifts necessary for the community. I always think about, of course, in the book of Acts, how you chose Matthias and how the Mennonites sometimes still choose their leadership, that is, who has performed ministry, by lot. And I think it's a very interesting question to ask, and it's a leadership question. What kind of community do you need to be that you can choose your leadership by lot? Because basically, whether you've done it officially by lot, that's the way it turns out. I mean, I want them to care about what I care about, and I want them. I'm ambitious for my graduate students because I want them to make a difference in the world. I mean, I'm a layperson, and so I've never presided. I would be very fearful to preside, as a matter of fact. But why is it that some are set aside to do for the church what only the whole church can do? Don't lie. Just very simple. Don't lie to me. You may oftentimes not know what the truth is. Tell me that. Just don't lie to me. It kills you, it kills me, and it kills the community. The bottom line, politics is people. And you have to, for any person that wants to be in leadership, if they try to lead in a way that means they don't have to deal with people and to tell the truth to people, they automatically defeat community. But for me, of course, habit is crucial. And namely, I think creativity is carried through habit. We associate habit with doing the same thing over and over again, but you can't do the same thing over and over again because the world around you is changing. So even if you think you're doing the same thing, you're doing something different. I go to morning prayer, I want to do the same thing every morning. I want to read the Psalms. I want those same familiar prayers. And I don't know if you want to call that antiquarian, and when I go, I think liturgical developments are very interesting. Um, Obviously, the church's liturgy has been a history of constant innovation, but I think innovation always should occur in a way that we recognize continuities through time. I think that people called to administrative positions have to, if they're good, have to undergo a deep ascetical discipline. And the ascetical discipline is you're dealing with people who have possibilities and limits. And the limits sometimes will drive you crazy, and you cannot take it personally. And that this is to provide space for the different gifts of the community. I'm very Pauline in this. I mean, I think communities have diversities of gifts that part of your responsibility as an administrator and leader is to discover and to help the community own as contributing to the overall good of the community. One, you recognize how fragile the power is, and you wouldn't have it otherwise. And you have enough confidence that you don't have to win all the time. And this, I mean, that's a real aesthetic discipline. There really is a discipline of the ego that is absolutely crucial for being the kind of administrator in the modern university, and I suspect in most organizations, that will allow the institution to go on once you're no longer there. My own life has been wonderfully sustained by institutions that are gifts that I want to continue to serve. I mean, one of my ways of putting it, just the church, that it's not, what's remarkable is not what the church should be, but there is one. There is one. I just find that remarkable. That's the Holy Spirit for sure, that there is one. So I hope as someone who's oftentimes identified as very critical of the institutions of which I'm part, and I oftentimes am, I think that's a lover's quarrel.